Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I am doing this look right here. It is a full face of makeup, doing my eyes and my complexion. So if you're curious about how I got this look, then go ahead and keep on watching. I'm using the You Can Be palette today for this look. These don't have any names, so I'm just going to be telling you like I'm using a red, a yellow, and an orange. That's basically what this look is. So pull out a colorful palette and follow along. Let's do some makeups together. Let's do some makeups. Okay, so I'm first going to start off with the red in the center. Of course, my eye is already primed. I use concealer and my Milani Make It Last eye primer. And I'm starting in the center of my eye and packing this on. These are not the best eyeshadows ever, but this palette was less than $15, so I was like, let me just try it for some colorful looks. Because it doesn't have, it has the rainbow, but it doesn't have any blues. It's got one blue, and the blue is a satin finish. It's not a matte blue, which I thought was strange, but now I'm going in with an orange, and I'm going to start applying that on the outer corner of my eye. Once again, building it up. And I'm making sure the orange extends past my eye. Just so it makes my eyes look a little bigger. That's why I'm bringing the shadow out more. And then finally I'm going in with the yellow. And I'm using this on a flat brush because it is not opaque at all. You really have to build this shade up. So a dense flat brush is the way to go. And I'm overlapping the red. Then I'm going to go back in with the red. Now it's just a blending game. So I'm going back in with the red. I'm going to blend that out. Now I'm going to start blending. So I wiped off my brush and I'm just using patting motions on the edge to get these shades to blend out. And that is what it is looking like right now. So I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Expert Liquid Eyeliner. So here are the eyes complete. Now I'm going to move on to the face. You guys already know Oil Sucker from One Size. If you're using this product, you really got to make sure you shake it up, because if you don't, it's like gritty. so I shake it up really well. And as you can hear, it's very liquidy. Just put a little bit on my nose. In a thin layer. Now that that's all set, I'm going in with my Power Powder from Benefit. I don't know if they have any other shades besides this one, but this one is, which one is this? I think this is their lightest shade. I'm not sure. I bought this a while ago. They might have expanded the shade range. And Benefit has a professional foundation now. So I kind of want to try that out. So it's time to dust this bake away. And then I'm going to start on my foundation. I'm not doing any underpainting today just because honestly I don't feel like it. So I'm using a new foundation as well. This is the Elizabeth Arden Flawless Finish Skin Caring Foundation. It's got hyaluronic acid and vitamin C and E. And the shade I got was 340W, which is actually a perfect match. So going in with this today, and I don't know, I'm probably going to use a blush. I don't know if I'm going to do too much bronzing. I don't know. Let's just see where the look takes us, because I'm not sure what I'm doing. I just want to put some makeup on. I'm just getting ready for my day. Lady and I are going to go to the library today and pick up some books because it's getting close to the school year, so we got to start refreshing her memory on how to read. This is very watery, by the way. So I'm just going to put that on my plate. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to put on some Red Velvet Blush from Danessa Myricks. This is super pigmented, so I think it's probably best if I put it on before I go in with my foundation, because this is very pigmented. And the foundation will just make it a little less bold, but you see that? This is in the shade Red Velvet. It's a gorgeous shade. Yeah, so the foundation's just going to tone it down a little bit. Put some on my nose too. And on my chin. All right, now back to the foundation. I have it on my plate. I'm going to go in with a little bit of my beauty oil as well. I look so crazy. Going in with the Reclaim Beauty Oil from Reclaimed Youth Spa down in Flint. Literally can't do my makeup without this beauty oil. Fucking love it. And we're just going to start painting. I'm not sure what finish this is. I'm also not sure about the coverage. So we're going to find out together. Ooh. I would say it's a medium. Yeah, I would say this is a light to medium foundation. Definitely not full coverage, but after I apply all my powders and stuff, my base will probably look a little bit full coverage. It's turning this red velvet blush into a pretty pink. This foundation is looking gorgeous. On my dry skin, it's looking very natural, very skin-like. And like I said, the shade is perfect. Alright, I'm going to go in with a lighter shade now. So I'm going to use the same foundation and mix it with a little bit of my LA Girl Pro Conceal. You guys know the drill. I literally do this in every video. I'm going to add a little bit of Beautiful Bronze to my foundation. Just to make it, you guessed it, bronzy. I'm going to contour my nose with that same shade. It's just going to be a slight contour. Nothing too dramatic. And now I think I'm ready to set. First, going to go in with my L'Oreal, what is this called? Loose setting powder. This is the one with talc. I can't find this on Amazon anymore, so they must have discontinued it, which makes sense because it has talc in it, and the EU's got new rules about talc, so that's why all these makeup companies are coming out with talc-free stuff, so makes sense why I can't find it. Sucks though, because I love this powder, particularly for under my under eyes because it is so thin. And lightly set that. Now I'm going into my Blurrfection powder, also from L'Oreal. But this one is very hard to get out because it's only got the holes right there, which is really dumb. definitely a packaging flaw. I think I've said that before. I hate this packaging. Really get it into that sponge. And go on the cheek area. Sometimes I'll use this powder to set my entire face, but since the component is so small, I'm just going to go in with my More Than a Pretty powder from powder. I was about to say foundation. More Than a Pretty powder from Polite Society. I'm almost out of this, but I love this stuff. I love all my powders. So I just go in and bake my face pretty much. And this is what I do. I don't have oily skin. I definitely have dry skin. But that's why I use all my creams and liquids first. And then I just set everything with powder. Because the creams and liquids are what's touching my skin. The powders are on top setting them. So this is what I find works for my skin. It doesn't make me look cakey or anything. It just makes me look airbrushed. So that's just what I like for my skin. Everyone's likes to do their makeup different. This is just what I like to do. And I just want to show you because maybe this technique will work for you too. Alright, now I'm dusting everything off. Well, more like patting it into the skin. I'm not really swirling anything. Just patting it. And I'm going to look powdery before I look good. So don't worry about it. If you watch my videos, you know what's going to happen next. If you watch my videos, you know how I get rid of this powdery look. But first, I'm going to add a little bit more bronzer and a little bit more blush. So I'm going to use my Hourglass palette and go into the powder bronzer in here. And just do a little bit of a bronze right there. And on my forehead. And a little bit on my jaw. Alright, now I'm going to go in with blush. I'm going to use my Dark Renaissance palette. And I'm going to use the shade, I think I'm going to use the shade Rebirth. It's got a little bit of, it's like an orangish brown with a little bit of gold sparkle in it. So I'm going to use that. So pretty. So pretty. Put some on my chin too. And my nose. And pat that in. And you're going to be so surprised because I'm not going to use Morbid Lisa today. Nope, no I am not. I'm just going to use Marble right here to highlight the center of my nose. Because I can still see that bronze coming through and I'm not trying to be overly contoured today. Now you guys know this is my aloe vera and glycerin. This is the magic potion that makes all of my powders melt. You don't need any fancy spray, just aloe vera juice and glycerin. Shake it up really well. And spray the face. and it's going to melt all your powders in. And then the final step, you guys already know my one size on Till Dawn. Can't do my makeup without it. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Press the subscribe button down in the description box so you don't miss any more content from me. Share this video because you know sharing is caring. And since you're here, you might as well watch some more videos. So there they are popping up right there and right there, right there and right there, right there and right there. Support your girl, okay? And I hope to see you in the next one. Now I'm back to mom mode. Bye.